Week 16 Moneyline Parlay. We hit last week's Week 15 Moneyline Parlay. It was at plus 392. We had Texans, Packers, and Bills. So we'll follow it up this week. We've got one upset and then other two favorites. And I'll let you know if I like the spread, but for the sake of the parlay, it is just Moneyline. We'll start Eagles, Commanders. Eagles are riding a 10-game win streak. I mean, locker room drama or not, they're still winning. And when I look and compare all the teams in the NFC, it feels like the Eagles are the most complete team, maybe in the NFL. Honestly, the run game, now you've got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith back involved. The defense has been fantastic. Not just their pass defense, though. They're creating a lot of pressure, really good off the edge. So against the Commanders, I like Philly in this spot. I think it's funny because when we watched last time they played, it looked a lot closer than it actually was. There were two missed field goals by the Eagles in the first half. If they make those field goals, this is a double-digit loss for the Commanders. Jaden Daniels, he's kind of, mellowed out a little bit the last couple weeks. Saquon Barkley had over 140 rushing yards last time they played. So we'll get into player props at the end of this video, but sneak peek, I love Saquon to have a big day. Leg number two, it's Rams Jets. The NFC West fully up for grabs. The Rams have the most momentum in that division. I love LA in this spot. Going on the road against the Jets, yes, Aaron Rodgers, he's played better the last couple games. Devontae Adams finally catches and has over 100 receiving yards. But I trust the Rams offense more. I think Sean McVay is going to have Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams ready to roll. The defense, too, for the Jets is where I'm mostly concerned. So I'd rather back LA, who's very much alive in the division, very much riding off that momentum. They loved watching the Seahawks lose. And what's good about the Rams is we saw that they can win multiple ways now. They can win in a shootout and a massive game that goes over 40 points on each side against the Bills, or in those dogfight styles, which we saw last week against the Niners. So we've got Eagles as leg one, Rams as leg two. And speaking of the NFC West, my favorite upset bet is Vikings Seahawks. I like the Seahawks here. Now, I gave it out yesterday, and we didn't know if Geno was going to be playing. Obviously, we still don't know, but he was a full participant in practice yesterday, which was Wednesday. I like Seattle. I know the offense has its vulnerabilities, but you're backing the defense and you're backing the fact that they're playing at home. We could see rainy, wet conditions. Vikings, obviously, they want the number one seed, and for them, they kind of have to win out. But for the Seahawks, they went from having the 3 seed to literally dropping out of the playoff hunt. I like Seattle here. I think Ernest Jones has another massive game. Was that the biggest off-season or in-season addition we saw this year? Ernest Jones is that guy that can have those big plays like we saw just a couple weeks ago, the interception versus the Rams. I'm going to take Seattle to upset. Love it on its own. Love it for the parlay. And you parlay these together, you're at nearly plus 400. So it's Eagles, Rams, and Seahawks for the money line parlays. I do like the Eagles to cover. I like the Rams to cover, but I'd play just the money line. And then because we're taking, obviously, Seahawks to win, we like them to cover at plus 3. Player prop, I hinted at it. It's Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, yes, coming off a game against the Steelers where they found a way to hold him to under 70 yards. But prior to that, Saquon literally had 4 games in a row with well over 100 yards. It wasn't long ago he had 255 rushing yards, now playing the Commanders, who he had 146 last time. So my best bet is going to be Saquon Barkley, not only over his rushing yards, I'm outlining it 100 plus, and I love the Eagles in that spot.